Now we continue with question E, where we need to find the integral of 5x to the power of negative 9. Now before I solve it, remember the first thing is number 5 will go outside the integral. So we will get 5 and then we will get integral to the power of negative 9 dx. Now the next question is we ask ourselves what will happen to negative 9. Remember in the integration what we need to do, we need to add 1 to the negative 9, so it will become negative 8. So this will become just negative 8. And then you need to divide everything by negative 8. So the answer will be 5 times x. If we add 1, it will be negative 8, and then we divide by negative 8. So you add 1 and you divide by the power. And that's what we will get up here. So if we write it down, the answer for this question would be, first we have the 5 going outside the integral. Next is we take 5, and now this integral, let me do it in blue, it will be x power negative 8, and then I divide by negative 8. Now if we simplify this one, this will be negative 5 over 8 x to the power of negative 8. Of course, don't forget we add c, which is the constant of integration at the end. So in this one, we just use the power rule by adding 1 and divide by the new power. Next question, we need to rewrite this function into the power rule. So 3 over x to the power 6, we can write it as 3x to the negative 6 dx. And now we do the same thing. We take 3 outside. And then we take negative 6 and we add 1. So we will get negative 5. So it will be 3x negative 5. And then I need to divide by negative 5. This one would be just 3 integral x negative 6 dx. And now if I do it in one step, this will be 3 x to the negative 5, because negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5, and then you divide by negative 5. Of course, don't forget plus c. Now remember, the one in blue is the result of the integration. So when you do the integration, we take it in blue. Next question, we need to do the integration for each one of these. So what we will do is we have x power 6, it will become 7, and then we divide by 7. X power 4 will become 5, and we will divide by 5. X, we will add 1, it will be 2, and we divide by 2. 9, we just add x to it, and 1 over x, if we do it, it will be just ln x. So that's what we will get. So the answer for this question would be just 4 divided by x to the 7 divided by 7. This is the first one. I find the integral. Plus 3 divided by x4. It will become x5 divided by 5. Plus 2 divided by x power 2 divided by 2. Because x integral of x, we just add 1 and divide by 2. Now 9x is straightforward. This will become 9 with x. And ln x is 1 over x is just ln, usually we put absolute value of x. Of course, don't forget plus c. So the final answer, if there is simplification, we need to write it down. If there is no simplification, just keep the fraction. Now here we have a simplification. 2 with 2 get cancelled, so you will just get plus x squared plus 9x plus ln absolute x plus c. And that's the question here. Next question is almost exactly the same. All what you need to do, 9.9, you add 1, so you will get 10.9, and then you divide by 10.9. So this will become 10.9, 1 over 10.9 minus the 7 will stay here, This 6, you will add 1, it will become 7, and then you divide by 7. So you get 7 over 7. So I don't need to write 7 over 7 now. I can just write it as x power 7. Next, we will add 1. It will become minus 3, and then divide by minus 3. So we get minus 3 over 3 x negative 3 plus, now negative 1 over x, this is 1 over x. So the answer will be ln x plus square root of 2 is a constant, has no x. Now anything when we do integration without x, we just write it down and write x to it. So if I do this slowly, x 9.9, I will add 1, I'll divide by this number. Next, minus 7. X power 6, it will become x power 7 divided by 7. Next, plus 3. We do x negative 3 divided by negative 3. We add 1, we divide by the number. Plus x negative 1 ln absolute value of x plus square root of 2, it will be just square root of 2 with x plus, of course, c. Now you can see there are many simplification we can do, which is x7 minus x negative 3 plus ln x plus square root of 2x plus c. And that's what we get here in part H. Next question, we need to rewrite the function here. So the first step, I will rewrite the function. Square root of x, I will write it as x power half plus 5 over 3. Now this one will become x power 2 over 3. But since it's in down, it will go up with negative, so it will be x to the negative 2 over 3. And now we do the integration. How we do the integration? Negative half, we add 1. It will become x power 3 over 2. And then you divide by this number here, 3 over 2. Plus 5 over 3. And now it will be x to the negative. It will be x, if we add 1, it will be 1 over 3. And then we divide by this number, plus c. Of course, this can be simplified. If you do in your calculator, 1 divided by 2 over 3, it means the 2 will go up. So you get 2 over 3 x 3 over 2. The next one will become, again, the 3 will go up. It will be 15 over 3, which is just 5. X power 1 over 3 plus c. Sometimes this I can even write it even further as square root of x cubed plus 5 of the cubic root of x. Let's see. And that's how we do this question. So sometimes we just need to rewrite the function in the way we can find the integration, and we just take things up and we do the simplification. Now we will go to the integral of ex. So this question is straightforward. What is the integral of ex? It's just ex. It's the best one. Now what's the integral of x to the power of e? That will be the next one, which will be x to the power, remember we add 1, x to the power e is 2.7, so we just add 1 and then we divide by the same number. Plus, what is the integral of e squared? Remember, e squared is a constant. Let me just emphasize. This is, at the end, it has no x, so we deal with it as a constant. What do we do with a constant? Keep the constant as s. And then we just add x to it, plus c. And that's it. That's how we find part G. Next question, we need to rewrite this one. So what we will do, we'll just bring x negative 2 inside everything here. So this will be integral of 4x plus 3x negative 1. Why x? Because negative 2 plus 3 is just 1. I don't write 1. Negative 2 plus 1, it will be negative 1. And finally, 5x negative 2 dx. Now we just do the final answer. It will be 4x squared divided by 2 plus 3. What is the integral of x negative 1? We know it is like 1 over x, so the answer would be just ln x plus 5 divided by x to the negative 2. If you add 1, you get negative 1, and then you divide by 1, so you get this one. So the final answer after simplification will be 2x squared plus 3 ln absolute value of x minus 5x to the negative 1. Of course, plus a constant c, we can write it only at the last step. Next question, we will use the idea of splitting the fraction. We have seen this idea before in the derivative. We will do it again here. So how we split the fraction? We just take this one and we just take this one. So here is integral of x power 4, we divided by x2. 10, we divided by x2. And now we try to simplify. X power 4 divided by x2, it will be just x power 2. Why is that? Because remember, x power 4 divided by x2, this is the same as x power 4 minus 2, which is x2. And then we have a plus 10x negative 2 dx. I'll just take x2 in the top. Next is we just need to add 1. So if you add 1, you get x power 3 divided over 3 plus 10 divided by x negative 2, it will be negative 1 minus 1, so it will be just 1 over 3 x3 minus 10x negative 1 plus c. And that's part L of the question. Part M, all what you need to do is you need to expand this square. Remember, if we have a plus b square, we can expand it as a square to ab plus b square. And that's exactly what we need to do here. So just let me remind you of this. A plus b all square is just a square plus 2ab plus b square. So if we apply this formula here, we get x squared plus 2 times 3 times x, so we get 6x plus b squared, which will be 9. And now we just find the integral of this one, which will give me x3 1 over 3. I add 1. 6x, it will be x squared divided by 2, and we have the 6 plus 9x plus c. So all in all, the final answer would be 1 over 3 x3 plus 3x squared plus 9x plus c. And that's part M of the question. Now, part N is very easy. Why? Look, we have integration and we have derivative. Now, what is the relation between integration and derivative? They are opposite to each other. So if you put them together, kind of they will cancel each other. The only answer we will receive is this one here. Of course, don't forget the C. Couple of questions. Now I will do them very quickly here. Here I have x power 4 because x3 become x power 4, and then I divide by power 4 minus x squared, it will become 3, and I will divide by 3. 6 divided by 3, this is just 2x3. Now, this one has no x, so I will deal with it as constant. So the answer will be just ln 3 put x plus c. Next is this one. So all what we will do is we write negative 3 to the power 3.3 dx, which is the same as negative 3. The x we will add 1, it will become 2.3. We divide by 1, it will become negative. Now, if we have a calculator, we divide negative 3 divided by negative 2.3. We cannot simplify this any further, so I'll just decide to keep it as is. Let's see. Finally, we have this one. We have 8x, because it has no x. The integral of the e will stay e plus c, and that's the integration for this question here. Next, we will go to example number 2, which we need to find f of x if f prime is given to you. Now, this question, I'm giving you f prime, I'm asking you what is f of x. Now, remember, if you have f of x, you can easily find f prime by derivative. Now, how do you go backward? We will do it through integration. So what is f of x? F of x, just the integral of f prime of x, which is integral the same way we just did, 4x cubed dx. We will add power to the 3, so it will become 4. I will divide by 4, get cancelled, so I will just get x4 plus c. Next question, we will do f of x equal the integral of f prime of x dx, which is 3x power 8 plus 3x negative 8 minus 3x negative 1 over 8. Here I did a little bit quick simplification. This will become 1 over 8. If you take it up, it will become minus 1 over 8 dx, which if we do it, this will be just x power 9 over 3. So it will be, and then we will have x power 7. Finally, if we add 1, this will be 7 over 8. If we divide negative 3, it will be just negative 24 over 7 plus c. And that's how we find the function if I have the derivative.